Deb Van Horn. I'm one of the curators with Walt Disney Imagineering.
And can you tell us about the new exhibit at the American Adventure?
Sure. The Soul of Jazz and American Adventure is a look at the history of jazz. We're using the hero of the movie Soul, Joe Gardner, who was a jazz musician and a teacher, to lead you through the history of jazz. And we're taking a look at jazz through the lens of 5 different American cities, as well as several artists for each city. In addition to that, we have a couple of cases there that have some artifacts that are related to some prominent musicians that you might know.
And some of those are amazing. I mean, there's the Charlie Parker saxophone. Can you talk to us about some of those items?
The Charlie Parker saxophone just got added in this past week. It is his Grafton saxophone that was made in the early 1950s. And it was used by Parker in the Jazz at Massey Hall concert, which is one of the greatest jazz concerts that was recorded. So it had him and Dizzy Gillespie and several other people. So we were very lucky. The American Jazz Museum in Kansas City lent the saxophone to us, and it's going to be here for the next 6 months at least.
So I had heard about the 6 months. Is that about how long you expect the exhibit, or it's coinciding with Black History Month?
Right, the opening coincided with Black History Month. Currently, there's no real end date for this. However, we're going to keep this going through the year. So just because that one piece goes away doesn't mean that another piece might not come in. So you might see some other surprises as you come back. Because all of these instruments that are in the exhibit are on loan from different museums for a certain period of time. So sometimes when we have that happen, the piece may go back to that museum, but sometimes they'll send us a new piece that we can show the public. So we're really excited to be able to feature these instruments.
And a couple items are related to Disney, the Louis Armstrong.
Right, the Louis Armstrong trumpet that is actually in there was the one that he used to record the album Disney Songs The Satchmo Way. That album was recorded in 1968, but it's one that Walt Disney himself had talked to Armstrong about recording earlier. So Louis Armstrong and Maxwell Davis put together different arrangements of Disney songs and then recorded it, and it became a very famous album.
And is there anything else that you might want to mention that people might want to look for, that guests at the park might want to look for in the exhibit?
Honestly, there's some great pieces in there, including handwritten sheet music by several artists, some great artwork on the panels that explain the history of jazz in these different cities. And it's just a great exhibit for you to come out and learn a little bit more about this music type.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for coming out.